Hey there, this is Andrew bringing you another Dark Tidings deck opening. Um, yeah, I seem to get mixed results with which side the name is on. So, wish me luck here. Yeah, I really am going to have to start opening them from the bottom or something. Haha. To get this to work the way that I want. Oh well, let's cover it like that. Okay. Yarborough of Yelofoot. Well, I think I saw a yellow which would suggest Saurian or Shadows, and I'm going to guess that's Shadows actually. And then I don't even know. That's just really weird. Untamed and Unfathomable because I'm due for an Unfathomable still. Still. I got Untamed right, and it is Saurian, not Shadows, and then Logos. So that seems cool. Um, and let's see, in Logos, I'm hoping for some tools that will speed my deck up. Let me get to the tools I need when I need them. And then in Saurian and Untamed, I'm hoping for some board control, maybe some artifact control, and Amber control. I think Logos is probably a support house here. We're going to have to see what we get. All right, Anomaly Exploiter. That's a fun one to start with. Straight into the uncommons. It's an artifact with an item and has action, destroy a damaged creature. Really nice effect. Mecha Buoy is an artifact with a bonus amber. It says at the start of each player's turn, if the tide is high for that player, they gain 1. Very interesting. Wow, that's a weird card. Mind Bullets is an action. When you play it, you deal 1 damage to each creature for each card you have played this turn, including this one. To each creature. So including your own. And wow, okay. So you want to play this last. That is interesting. Oof. Armadrone is a 1 power robot with 3 armor and fight steal 1. I like it so far. Got another one of those. Australis Seaborg is a 4 power robot with Reap. Deal 2 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, raise the tide. I like the effect. Yeah, I like the effect. It works wrong with Anomaly Exploiter because Anomaly Exploiter would happen after you could do the damage here and then kill with Anomaly Exploiter, but you don't get the raise the tide effect. Bilge Warden is a 2 power human scientist with play Reap. If the tide is high, your opponent raises the tide, otherwise you raise the tide. That's really nice. 2 tide raising cards here in Logos. Edai, oh, love to see that back. So good. Final, Edai is a 3 power AI scientist with play archive a card, and it says that your opponent's keys cost +1 for each card in your archives. Looking for those multiple Edai Dark Tidings decks for sure. Final Analysis is an action. When you play it, you destroy each creature, and each player draws a card for each creature they controlled that was destroyed this way. So that's crazy. You can do a huge burst, and that could, well, it's interesting because you could do that into Mind Bullets, but uh, you've already destroyed each creature. So maybe if your opponent has a bunch of wards out, that makes sense. But yeah, we'll see what other creatures we get, but that could be a pretty interesting setup. Information Exchange is an action. When you play it, you steal 1. If your opponent stole amber from you on their previous turn, you steal 2 instead. We got 2 of those. Good anti-steal tech. And Static Charge. I love this one. It's an upgrade with a bonus amber, and the creature it's attached to gains at the start of your turn. Deal 2 damage to each of this creature's neighbors. So very nice long-term board control there. And those look like Eevee evolutions in the art there. A Jolteon maybe and a Vaporeon. All right. Whoa, Brocconalia. So this is into Saurian now. Brocconalia is an artifact with a bonus amber. It's a treasure, and when you play it, you put 4 amber on it from the common supply, and a friendly creature captures 1 amber. At the start of each turn, if that player controls 4 or more creatures with amber on them, you move each amber from Bracconalia to that player's pool. So if your opponent already has 4 creatures with amber on them, you do not want to play this. But otherwise, your Saurian, there's a good chance that you're going to be the one to get here, unless your opponent is also Saurian. So seems like a pretty cool effect. You play it, you set it up, and then your opponent has a turn to try to interact with the board state and prevent you from getting this, from getting the amber. Ankylo formation is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, oh, this has a bonus amber and choose. Interesting. Is that enhanced? I don't think it is. We'll see. When you play it, you choose one of these. For the remainder of the turn, a friendly creature gains skirmish, or you exalt a friendly creature, and for the remainder of the turn, each friendly creature gains skirmish. Oh, that might be, it might just get a bonus amber. So giving all your creatures skirmish seems good. The question is, how many Saurian creatures are we going to have on the board? So I'm glad it has the bonus amber. Siren Horn is an upgrade with a bonus amber, and it gives the creature before fight, move 1 amber from this creature to the creature it fights. That's really nice with the Ankylo formation. Yeah, super cool. Censor Philo is a 5-powered dinosaur politician who can't be dealt damage by creatures with amber on them. Good, good in a mirror match, I guess. Crushing Charge is an action. When you play it, you destroy each creature with power 4 or lower, which is a lot of our creatures, and you gain a chain. I think in this deck, in the decks I've seen so far, this seems like something that you play to recover, not to keep your board control, because too many of the creatures here are small. Decadence. When you play it, it's an action. When you play it, you choose 1, either exalt ready and use a friendly creature, or move an amber from a creature to another creature. Got 2 of those. 3 of those. Wow. Faust the Great. Love to see that. He's a dinosaur with 4 power, and he says that your opponent's keys cost +1 for each friendly creature with amber on it, and when you play him, you may exalt a friendly creature. Only 1 other Saurian creature so far. Very interesting. Reach Advantage is an action when you play it. If the tide is high, a friendly creature captures 3. Otherwise, raise the tide. Helpful for the Faust and helpful for the Bracconalia. Seems good. And Spoils the Battle. Oh, that's really good. It's an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, a friendly creature captures 1, and each creature with amber on it captures 1 from its opponent. Oh, and then we do have a really big creature here, Undignathus, who is a 12-power beast that says while the tide is low, Undignathus deals no damage when fighting. So your opponent could actually raise the tide on their side and then hit it hard. But as long as the tide is not low, it will deal damage, and we have some tools to bring the tide high on our turns. All right, on to Untamed. We'll start with Word of Returning. That's fun, and that seems really good with the Bracconalia, actually, because it's good protection. So Word of Returning is an action with the bonus amber. When you play it, you deal 1 damage to each enemy creature for each amber on it, and then move each amber from those creatures to your pool. Well, if you played Bracconalia and then your opponent is trying to start capturing in order to get that treasure, Word of Returning just resets the whole thing. Very cool. Bumblebird is a 1-power beast and insect with alpha, and when you play it, you give 2 +1 power counters to each other friendly untamed creature. I've never liked Bumblebird. We'll see if there's some reason to like it here, but I still don't love it. Gebuk is a 5 power beast with destroyed. Discard the top card of your deck. If it's a creature, after Gebuk leaves play, put that creature into play in Gebuk's position in the battle line. It's fine. Yeah, I've never loved Gebuk either. Old Patty, good to see the bear, is a 5 power beast and fisher with Reap. Discard the bottom card of your deck or the bottom 3 cards instead if the tide is high, and play each creature discarded this way one at a time. That's a good effect. And I think worth raising the tide for. Spore Gorger is a 4 power beast and fungus. When it reaps, you give it a +1 power counter, and you can remove each +1 power counter from it. And for each counter removed this way, you deal 1 damage to each other creature. So that's a May effect, but you're getting it bigger, 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 and then at some point you reap and discard all those counters to do somewhat of a board wipe. Seems cool. Aha, and here is Waste Not. Waste Not is an action with. Does it always come with a bonus amber? I'm not sure. This one has a bonus amber on it. When you play it, you destroy a friendly creature and you draw cards equal to half that creature's power, rounding up. Um, that's cool, and that seems, nice with Spore Gorger, nice with Undugnathus. If you play this with Undugnathus, destroy it, draw 6 cards, that's not bad at all. And you get a creature to be even bigger, maybe, and draw more, but the Undugnathus seems like a great target for that. Ooh, we have Keyfrog. Waste Not is a way to destroy the Keyfrog on the same turn we play it, potentially. That could be cool. You'd only draw 1 card, but if you forge the winning key, who cares? Keyfrog is a 2 power beast with destroyed. Forge a key at current cost. Mollymawk is a 5 power beast with play, destroy an artifact. Yay, artifact control. Really good, and love the art. Persistence Hunting is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, you choose a house and you exhaust each enemy creature of the chosen house. Got 2 of those. Nice. That's some good soft board control. The Fittest is an action with a bonus amber that gives each friendly creature a +1 power counter. Very interesting. The Bumblebird with the Spore Gorger could actually be good, and the Fittest is nice for it too. So, and then lastly, we have Way of the Pixie. It's an upgrade that gives a creature Reap, gain an amber. Yeah, I don't know that we need to put that on anything in particular, just something that we think we're going to reap with. Seems pretty good. Oh, that's right. Bilge Warden is so weird because it can make your opponent raise the tide on your turn. So you could actually do something like Reap with Bilge Warden, make them raise the tide, Reap with Seaborg, and then you raise the tide. But I don't think in this deck that I saw a lot of when you raise the tide effects. So, but you could imagine, for example, if your opponent has a Sinistell Sargassa, it might be worth it to do something like that. And on our reference card here, we got Exalt, Alpha, Skirmish, and Steel. Cool. All right, so that was Yarborough of Yelofoot. Looking good, looking fun. And like I always say, if you can get out and do it safely, then I hope that you'll get out and forge some keys.